Report writing secret number 3 is to convey certainty. Convey certainty in your reports. Now, what is the opposite of certainty? Well, the opposite of certainty is uncertainty, and that's the very last thing that you want your reader to feel when he reads your report. You want your reader to be impressed that you know what you know, what you know, what you know, that you know, and while it's not possible to know everything, at least what you know, you're certain about. Now, according to Wikipedia, certainty is defined as either, number 1, perfect knowledge that has total security from error, or, number 2, the mental state of being without doubt. And isn't that exactly what we're trying to convey? We're trying to resolve issues in the workers' compensation system. The last thing the parties need is a medical report fraught with doubt and uncertainty and full of error. Objectively defined, certainty is total continuity and validity of all foundational inquiry to the highest degree of precision. Something is certain only if no skepticism can occur. And as you review your report prior to putting a stamp on it and sending it to the post office, you should review your report yourself with your own eyes and ensure that it rises to this level of certainty in that it has the highest degree of precision. And many of the recommendations that I've given so far in this program are really procedures designed to indicate your precision and your attention to detail. And when you submit a report that is completely precise, then it removes all skepticism from the mind of the reader, and the reader simply accepts it as being free from error and being without doubt. It just is. It just is the answer to the questions that they were seeking, and they can be certain of it because you conveyed certainty. According to Thomas Carlyle, one must verify or expel his doubts and convert them into the certainty of yes or no, black or white, with no doubtful middle ground. And that's what the parties are asking for with these reports. They want an opinion which takes a stand, takes a position, makes a bold statement, and substantiates that statement with certainty. Now, the opposite of certainty is uncertainty. Uncertainty is the lack of certainty. It's a state of having limited knowledge where it's impossible to describe the existing state, it's impossible to describe a future outcome, and it's impossible to describe more than one possible outcome. It's having limited knowledge. Finally, continuity, precision, and absence of skepticism should be in your mind. That should be in your mind. So, according to Wikipedia, according to Thomas Carlyle, we need to be free from error. We need to be have a high degree of precision. We need to have absence of skepticism. We must expel our doubts. And all of those things need to be in your mind. Continuity, precision, and absence of skepticism should be in your mind. Only when those are in your mind, only when those factors are present in your mind can you convey your opinions with authority to the parties in the workers' comp case. And even if you're totally wrong in your opinion, in other words, sometimes it's not possible to be completely right we deal with many subjective issues, and it's impossible to be specifically and precisely correct. However, be certain about your opinion, whatever it is. And this comes up many times in our discussions of apportionment of the permanent impairment. Many times it's not possible to give an exact percentage of the amount of permanent impairment due to the industrial injury and the amount due to other factors. I mean, how could you ever say that it's 42.4% due to the industrial injury? You can't. So even in cases where exact precision is not possible, whenever you render your opinion, still be certain about your opinion. Don't have doubt about it, and render your opinion in a way that suggests to the reader that you're absolutely certain about it. And remember that the purpose of your report is to communicate your findings and opinions. You have an opinion, right? Make sure that you render an opinion. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't vacillate. Render an opinion and then support it and state it in a clear and confident manner. Precise language makes the report more persuasive. As I said, whenever you can interject precise language, it's powerful. For example, with range of motion findings, as I said, don't round those findings off. Indicate that the range of motion was an exact number. For example, 43 degrees. Or the driver's license number was X. Or the grip strength was 43.2 kilograms. Whenever possible, also avoid imprecise language. Imprecise language. Language that injects doubt into the mind of the reader. And you know when you read a report that contains imprecise language, and most problematic is multiple imprecisions in the same sentence. And I'm trying to think of an example. I read them all the time where words like apparently are used, words like it seems, words like it is felt. I see that sometimes with radiology reports. You'll see something like a statement that says soft tissues are felt to be normal. Soft tissues are felt to be normal. I don't quite know how you feel soft tissues to be normal on an X-ray study. Much more powerful and much more persuasive to simply indicate that soft tissues are normal. Other imprecise language would include statements like I don't believe, it could, about 50% of normal. Sometimes you'll see range of motion described as about 50% of normal. What do you mean about? What is about? About 50% of normal. That's not precise language. Words like more or less. I've seen statements that palpation of the shoulder revealed that it was not really tender. What do you mean not really tender? Was it tender? It was not tender. It wasn't really tender? I don't know what that means. That's imprecise language. And we don't want to convey imprecision. We want to convey precision and certainty.